What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube and Rumble subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It is Kush back at it again with another New York Giants video. This time kind of covering a little rumors, of course, talking a little bit about the head coaching search and all that jazz. We got a couple things right here that I previously thought was unrealistic. I thought was kind of going to be a pipe dream because, in my opinion, this particular scenario was just a little too perfect of, who to get as the head coach, who to get as the defensive coordinator, and even the GM, all three in one tandem. I thought was going to be near impossible for the Giants to pull off, but we're seeing a lot of rumors about it, kind of talks being heated up towards it from reputable sources. I think even CBS Sports might have even tweeted out about this on Pro Football Talk as well. Before I get into it, of course, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. Hit the like, share the video out. If you didn't check out my video yesterday on Daniel Jones, go ahead and do that, and let's talk about it right now. Of course, I am talking about Brian Daboll as the head coach, and then now, potentially, Don Martindale as the defensive coordinator of the New York Giants moving forward. I really thought this was going to be near impossible to happen. For those of you that don't know, Don Martindale interviewed for the Giants head coaching position back in 2020. I thought after he was released by the Ravens, he'd probably want to go and explore his options in the head coaching search again. But as of right now, it seems like he's going to try and maybe even make a lateral move as a defensive coordinator, which is only good things if he comes to the Giants. This man is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, if not the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. His track record is amazing. He's from an amazing organization in the Baltimore Ravens. It was a surprise when John Harbaugh released him, and the Ravens organization decided to part ways with him, because it's not like his defense ever disappointed. The man continuously, with the talent that he got the most out of him, and sometimes got even 110% out of him. One of the more recent examples that I've been using, sorry, I'm tripping over my words here, over the past couple of weeks when I talked about Don Martindale, has been Odafe Oweh out of Penn State. And it's the example I use the most because, one, it's like literally happened this year, and two, I have just a way fresher memory of it. But for those of you that don't remember, in the 2021 draft, Odafe Oweh, I think we knew him as Jason Oweh at that time, coming out of Penn State, was always seen as like a second-round edge rusher, somebody that was just really fast and had a little bit of moves, but not much else. He comes in his rookie year, and he's one of the best rookie edge rushers, and that is not exactly what we expected out of Odafe Oweh in his rookie year. And he showed a lot. He showed so much potential, and I think a lot of that has to do with coaching. And of course, Martindale was his defensive coordinator. Credit to the position coaches over there at the Baltimore Ravens as well, for sure. But I think some has to go to Don over here. And then for a quick rundown of his track record to you guys, he's been a defensive coach basically his entire career. If we start at the NFL level, he was with the Oakland Raiders in 2004 all the way to 2008 as a linebackers coach. He was the Denver Broncos linebackers coach in 2009 before he was promoted to defensive coordinator in 2010. And then he made a shift to the Baltimore Ravens. It looks like he probably took a 2-year break, because it was in 2012 that he became the linebackers coach of the Baltimore Ravens, where he held that position all the way to 2017. And from 2018 to present, he has been a defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. And like I said, you could go look at the numbers. I mean, just the names I listed off and the time periods with those teams that I listed off. We all know that he's been with some really good defenses. But if you guys definitely want to look at the Baltimore Ravens from 2018, 2019, and 2021, keeping in mind, of course, things like injuries, player acquisition, and who they drafted, let's see how they've done as a defense. So when you take a look here, you definitely see that the outlier year was this year, 2021, and maybe that's why they let go of him. But like I said, keep in mind things like injuries and whatnot, or maybe even I'd have to take a look at like Baltimore's depth chart. I know they face a lot of injuries in general this year on the offensive and defense side of football. But, this year, not great. 19th overall defense. But 2018, 2019, 2020, very consistent. Second overall defense in 2018. Third overall defense in 2019. Second overall defense in 2020. Very consistent numbers. Absolutely amazing. And that was from, you go back to the years before when he was with the Ravens, 2012 to 2017. They were not the greatest. Just the year before he got there as the defensive coordinator for Baltimore, they were the 6th, which is good, top 10, 9th, which is good. But then they had a couple years where it's 24, 12, and 12. So there's definitely a change that he brought to whatever he's doing over there with the Ravens organization. And then now switching over to these kind of rumors here, and I'll pop up the tweet right now. Like I said, CBS Sports has also been an outlet that has sort of put this out there. This is the one I found, though. It says, keep an eye on the New York Giants. Pro Football Network insider Tony Pauline reports that if Brian Daboll were to get the Giants head coach position, there is a very good chance that he brings in Wink Martindale as a defensive coordinator. And I would love this. I would really love this. I love Patrick Graham. I think Patrick Graham is a really good coach, has the potential to be a great head coach in the future, and definitely a great defensive coordinator in the future. And I love what he brought to this defense. He really turned it around. Credit to him, and credit to the fact that the players love to play for him through one of the worst years in Giants football history. But this would certainly be an upgrade. And I think anybody that's denying it would be an upgrade is just a little bit too fanboying for Pat Graham or something, or just not looking at the real picture here. This man is the best of the best. Patrick Graham has the potential to be the best of the best. And of course, if we keep him, I'm not complaining or anything. I'll respect and I'll support whatever decision the general manager Joe Schoen and whoever the new head coach is, whatever they are, whatever they make, I'll respect it. I'll roll with it. I'll completely fine with Patrick Graham. But I think this is an opportunity that the Giants might want to take, especially if they're gonna go with carte blanche, as they said, a clean slate, and let the GM have complete control over everything. And of course, for Brian Daboll, I did give a rundown of him, I think, in a video last week where I was talking about Brian Flores, where it was more a video specifically on Flores, but a rundown on Brian Daboll. I'm sure you guys have all at this point know who he is, but a rundown on his NFL experience. He actually started out as a defensive assistant with the Patriots from 2000 to 2001 before he switched to the wide receivers coach in 2002 to 2006, and that is where he has most of his experience on the offensive side of the ball. He was a position coach for basically wide receivers, quarterbacks, and I want to say there was something else, but tight ends as well at one point. And that's how he worked his way up as a wide receivers coach with New England, then a quarterbacks coach with the Jets, offensive coordinator with the Browns in 09 to 10, Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator of the Chiefs, tight ends coach for the Patriots, and then he went back to the college level under Nick Saban. And we've seen this done a couple times by either Belichick guys, Patriot guys, or just NFL guys in general, where they're not having a good time with their coaching career. They go back to the college level, a lot of the times with Nick Saban, to Alabama, and something happens there in that year where it's, I don't know, they improve their coaching, they improve their approach, they improve how they work with players, they come back and then they hit their stride, because that's exactly what happened with Brian Daboll. After going back to Alabama from 2017, he came back to the NFL, this time with the Bills as their offensive coordinator from 2018 to present. And of course, in the past couple of years, he's had that Bills offense being one of the best in the NFL, going from one that was honestly mediocre and, in the bottom half of the pack of the NFL. And unlike with other coordinators like Eric Bieniemy is one of them, and there's another guy who we question under Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, and I was never really a fan of Mike McDaniel anyway. There's legitimate questions about, is it that offensive coordinator or is it the head coach that's running the offense? Well, with Brian Daboll, he's under a defensive head coach in Sean McDermott. So everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the really amazing and magical that happens with that offense over there in Buffalo, everything has to do with Brian Daboll. And yes, he's not going to have a Josh Allen wherever he goes as a head coach or offensive coordinator. That's definitely not going to happen. But he's the guy that developed Josh Allen into who he is. He's the guy that helped build this offense around Allen. And it's not listen, man, outside of Josh Allen and outside of Stephon Diggs, those two great, amazing players, he's making the most out of a lot of role players. Cole Beasley, Isaiah McKenzie, what's his name? Gabriel Davis, who just had the monster game. Gabriel Davis is a 4th round pick. that's like the Buffalo Bills' fourth receiver. Because if you count Dawson Knox, their tight end, who's not even once again like a big receiving threat, Gabriel Davis would rank behind Dawson Knox. Devin Singletary, he's an eye running back, but they get it done. He knows how to work with his pieces and put them in positions to succeed. And I'm not saying it's a guarantee he's going to be a good head coach, but there's a lot of upside here for sure. There's definitely a lot of upside. And if the combination is Brian Daboll with Don Martindale, I am really, really, really excited for the future of New York Giants football, man. I am super excited for it. Of course, we'll have to see who the other coaches are that fills out. Everybody is hoping for Ken Dorsey, the current quarterbacks coach of the Bills, to come over to be the offensive coordinator of the Giants, along with our guy Brian Daboll. A lot of people are hoping for Pep Hamilton from the Chargers. I'm sorry, from the Texans, formerly of the Chargers. At one point, he was in the Chargers. We'll see where the chips lie at that point and how the Giants will play it. But this would be a great option for them. A great option. My favorite option, I'm not going to lie, but a great option nonetheless. But that's it for today, guys. Put your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for checking out my channel, The Hub, here on Giants YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you hear every time I put out a video. Like it, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.